Sup guys, welcome back to iSoft Original, and on our previous lesson we learned a lot about this amazing antivirus software that we were creating. Before we get started, if you have yet not subscribed to iSoft Original's official channel, then you need to do so quickly as soon as possible. Before we get started, the last time we added a template, we added a section whereby we can change themes, right? And then this was how it looks like. Probably you can change your themes, which is we did the default theme and then the first theme, which is the dark theme, right? So guys, we can work a lot on that. So as you can see, we have the full check. When you go to the toolbox, we can select the dark theme, and automatically when I click on this, you will see that automatically the back color is already white. Good. Now let's see how best we can work with this. When I click on the virus cam, or let's say when I select the default color, then I click on this, you see that it is working perfectly fine. So let's see how best we can work on that. When we click on this and we click on this, it should actually turn to that color, right? Good. And that is awesome, right? So let's do that now. Good. So with no further ado, I would like to change some settings, because when you can see that when I'm about to do some changes, right, especially when I start a project and then I want to close it, you can see that now everything here is also in blue color, right? No matter what I do, we will deal with that later sooner, right? So when we deal with this, after we are done with this, we will be working on that particular section as well. So let's quickly hop into this particular project coding. So let's go right away into our form 1 codes, and then let's see from our first section. So we said that if it is dark theme, then this should happen, right? So that is it. If it is default theme, then this should happen, right? Good. So that will be the same. We will just duplicate it like that. So let's copy this else statement till here. Let's say this guy here, copy that, and then let's paste it one more time. So if it is not default theme, then we go to the settings, and then we can see that we have the red theme, right? So let's copy red. Now we have red, yellow, and then gray, right? So that would be, instead of the default, we will say that if it is red, then the white color should be, you can decide to choose white color, and it depends on whatever you want to do, right? But just the black color, just change it to red, right? And that will work perfectly fine, right? So you just end the statement by saying end if for that one too. Don't forget to save your project anytime when you are working on that, right? So when it is now on red, you will just switch to the red, right? So when it is actually on, you see that I select the red color, and then now it is on the red side. So now this is red. So we need to change the back color as well to red. So let's do that, and then let's see. So as you can see from here, you can see that when it's red, this guy should bring to front, and then our btn.check back color should be red, right? Good. And then our btn4 color, I think it shouldn't be white, but it should be red as well. And yes, so that is how it works. It should be red, right? Good. So I think let's check that one and see how best it looks like. I think it is going to look amazing, right? So that is it. We will be repeating all these steps for the rest of them. So let's go to the red guy. Come here. Now you can see that it is red. So I think that was the back color. I think we shouldn't okay, sorry, that was the 4 color. Let's use white. But let's set if that happens, then we will then say that full check dot back color should be red, And then we will say that I think from here we said that speed up dot back color should be dark blue. All right, let's see something on this. I think the full check, right? So let's come here and then let's say full check. So we will say that full check dot bring to front, and then we will say that full check 1 dot back color equals to color dots red for now. So let's work on that one and see how that one also works, right? So as soon as we check on this red guy, then we come here, you see, boom, y'all, there you go. It is very beautiful, right? Now let's see something here. We want the panel also should take effect, right? We want a panel to take effect. So let's go to the settings. I think that should be from the settings instead. So this guy here, which is this guy here, it will be deleted because we will not be needing that now. So let's go back to the settings, and then let's say we will just duplicate this code for the red, right? So let's say copy that and then paste that one, and then let's say this is red theme, right? Red, undo that. I think red underscore theme. Good. So on this red theme, the header should be red, and then the sidebar should be red as well, and then I think the sidebar shouldn't be red. I think the sidebar, let's choose white. I think I would like to choose white for the and then let's see the small panels should be red. That is it. And then let's set the welcome back color to red, and then let's see the full check back color to red. So whatever it is, why just change it to red. And then I think my group box is kind of cool, so don't forget to rebuild your solution. It is very, very important. So after you have successfully built your project, just go back and then click on the toolbox, select your red theme, go here. Oh, okay, so I think we need to work on that. Probably it shouldn't this all these settings should change to red now. Yes, so let's work on that and let's see how. So we say okay. I think I know the situation here. So that will be, we will call this function from this section. So we will say that else if cmb theme.text equals to, which is we will say that red theme, then only then we will say that red theme, right? That is the reason why we couldn't get the results. So we will just successfully build our project, and then we start it once again. And now when I change this to red, you will see that now the theme is beautiful, beautiful. Good. And that is beautiful. Good. So let's check on I think this side, which is my settings. It shouldn't be black, white, sorry. So let's deal with that, and then let's say that let's go to the red section, and we will say that our sidebar panel shouldn't be, I think I chose white, right? So our small panel, our welcome me.back color shouldn't be white, right? It should be red because we are working on the red color, right? Good. And that is very beautiful, beautiful. Let's do a cross check on that, and let's see how best it works, right? Good. Okay, so let's see when we change it to red. Now you can see that it is very beautiful. Good. That is awesome, right? Good. So we can then check from here to see how this is working. So I would like to say that when this is red, admittedly I said that if this is red, then I think it's quite good and quite interesting. So we will be dealing with that. So when it's red, that is it. So let's see, when it's default, it is that. When it is dark, it is that. when it is red, this is how it looks like. So you've got your themes and everything is working perfectly fine, right? Everything is working perfectly fine. So let's quickly work along with these three themes for now. So let's quickly go to the form 1, and then we will say that if the theme is red, then this should be happening, right? So let's work on only these, right? So we will just copy all these codes, copy them, and then come to this button scan, right? So that is the scan one. So copy everything, and then let's paste this right here. Be careful, because the BTN scan is only the affected guy here. So what we can do is just drop everything down and then paste this. So we will say that this, just cut this and then bring it here, right? Just bring them, replace them here, right? And then I think these guys are gonna replace. So let's cut everything, and then let's come up here, and then we will say that okay, let's paste them here and let's see the differences. So I can see that I have this here, which is that good, and this guy, which is here, this guy, and this guy. So this virus scan, that is the black, right? So that should remain the same, right? So I will just clear all these, and that will be awesome. Good. So I will remain for it to be like this, right? Good. So I think I love it this way. So let's save this, and then I think this guy shouldn't be I think that is the dark theme. So the default theme, this guy shouldn't be which is, I think, the BTN BTN check shouldn't be white, right? So let's delete, I think, the BTN check. We will use BTN scan instead. So copy this and then paste this here, and then paste this here. Then we delete only this, right? Good. This is a little kind of complicated, but just follow what I'm doing. Just copy this and then paste it here, paste this here, and then delete the next one, right? Just do that. Just copy this, copy that, and then paste it here, paste it here, and then delete the third one, because we will not be needing that for now. Good. Save that, and then let's go back again and let's see how best it works, right? So assume that we have our that team which has been working. You can see that it is working perfectly fine, but here is the case. Now you can see that these two are working perfectly fine. I can see that you can see that it is quite working, but when we come here, I think we need to work on that one too, right? So let's see that one too. Let's send this to back. I think that is the scan one, right? So let's send this to back. That is the scan one. Good. I think it is the scan one. So good. So let's work on the scan one, right? So let's go here. We will say that let's start from the default, right? So we will say that form one dot scan one dot back color equals to color dot we will say, if it is default, then we will say black, right? So just copy this, and we will say that if it is dark, then we will add it to be white, right? Good. And let's copy this, and if it is red, I think for the red we need to choose it to be red, right? So we will say that it should be red, right? That is perfect. Now, so far as we are working on the settings, let's rebuild the project, and then let's start it once again, and let's see how best it works. So that is really amazing. So let's go here and then let's set the dark color to red, and then let's go to the virus scan. Now you can see it is beautiful. So we need to check this settings and then set the back color, right? So all those back colors to red and then to black, so that we will get all the interface very beautiful. But you can decide to leave it just like that, and that will also be working perfectly fine for you. So I can decide to check on that too, and I believe that is going to work excellent, beautiful, nice, classic, international. It depends on whatever you want to do. If you think what you're doing is quite interesting for you, I believe you are good to go, So then I would like to go to my Explorer and then check for my scan, which is that scan. I will just click on this guy here, right? Okay, let me leave it like that. Let's use the red for now. I would like to okay, let me go to the settings and let me scroll up and see if my theme is being default. Then I need the back color of my panel, which is me.back color, which is the settings, should be black, and then me.back color, which is the settings, should be white. I think that is sensible. And me.back color settings should be red. I think that one also is quite sensible, right? Okay, so let's see something. I believe okay, so let's go to the dark and let's see. So dark is working. So I think we should put this in a group box and then we just work along with that. So yes, let's go to the scan. I think it's the scan, right? So we will just add a group box. Let's cut this, right? Cut it from there. I think it's on the group box, right? So we will just select that particular group box, right? This group box. And for this one, I think we will scale it down a little bit so that it just suits in there. And for this guy here, let's set the back color to black. And then for this guy also, let's first set it to red and then turn it to black. Good. So I believe that okay, good. I think okay, I really love this. And then this guy also should be in there, right? So it should be in there. Good. I think I really love this, right? So don't forget to rebuild your solution so that everything will be fantastic. So let's try it once again and let's see how best it works. So when I change the dark theme to be red, I believe when I click on the full screen now it's red, virus scan is red, and that is awesome. You can see that now everything is quite working differently, and that is amazing, right? Good. Now when I click on this this virus scan, you can see that when I click on this the BTN, this is still red, right? So let's solve that and let's see. I think that will be from the form 1. So we will say that for the BTN virus scan, when we click on the virus scan, I think okay, let's check this out. Many questions. Let's see BTN speed up, right? So I think it's gonna be okay, so we said BTN full check, color red, okay, and then dark blue. Okay, so what we will say is BTN full check dot back color equal to dark blue. I think that is wisely done, right? What is the problem here? BTN full check, right? So it's gonna be dark blue. Oh, okay, so we've got to copy this code just make sure you have selected these codes and then copy that, Control C, and then add them here, right? Just add them here. I think they are not there. That is the reason why we are getting those errors, right? So just save your project and then start it again. I think it should be able to work on all those guys. So let's select the red theme. I think it is now red. Good. Now you can see that the problem is being solved, right? It is being solved. Good. So I believe this is how the themes is going to be working. So we need to apply it to all these, right? And let's do that. I don't want to skip any video of this lesson, so quickly let's do that. Good. So this is for the BTN. So let's copy everything and then let's come to the speed up, right? So for this, let's take all these out, then let's paste this here. That will be the same thing for the rest. Let's cut this and then paste this here, paste this here, and then paste this here. And bear in mind that we are working on the speed up, right? So now this speed up is gonna be the black, right? So copy the speed up here and then bring it here and then bring it here. And then for this speed up guy is gonna be I think that is gonna be the BTN virus scan, right? So we will see that BTN virus scan, right? Because the virus scan is not included in this, right? Good. So we will just copy this, all these codes, copy that, and then you can see that okay, so let's copy these two, copy that, and then replace them here. That is good. And then copy this virus scan, copy that, and then replace it with this, right? It is quite confusing, right? But when you take your time to work on this, you will get it done, right? So let's paste this once again here so that we get a BTN scan. Yes, then let's clear the speed up, I think. Oh, okay, I'll do that. I think the BTN scan is already there, right? All right, so let's see, let's save everything, then let's start it once again and let's see how best it works. So if I choose the color to be dark, I am expecting the color, you see that now it just switches to, it doesn't come to the speed up, but it just switches to this, right? It is not working. So let's check that one out. I think we are selecting when we select the red color, let's say the dark color, we said that the virus scan.back color should be this, virus scan.back color should be this, the fore color should be white, right? Good. And then we said that full check, okay, speed up, clean up, okay. So the speed up dot back color is still this, but already we are working on the speed up, right? So we will just copy this and then paste this instead here, BTN scan. And then for this speed up, we will say that it is BTN scan. Virus scan, right? BTN virus scan. Good. So that is it. Let's try it once again. I think that was the reason why it was messing up, right? So when I click on this and I click on this, you see that it is working. So let's change the theme to be red, and I click on this, click on that, you see that it's now still, the red is still working on black, right? The red is still working on black. So let's work on that. I think that is the red. So the red, I think the BTN, which is the speed up we're working on, is now black. So let's choose red, right? And then we change the white, yes, to white, as we normally do that. So let's try it once again and let's see. Okay, good. So let's change the theme to red, click on that, and now you can see that it is amazingly working perfectly fine. So let's check this guy here, right? So that one too, let's add that one to the red theme, right? To the red theme. Now let's go to the red theme, right? So we will say that let's check on that one too. Let's go to the solution explorer. I think that is the quick scan. Okay, for this one we will work on that later. So let's see the cleanup. We will work on the cleanup very soon. Let's check the speed up, right? We will work on the speed up very soon. So let's check. I think it is the full check, right? It's not a full check. So let's go to the form 1 and sorry, do a quick search on that. Good. So let's see. So this is it. I think that is speed up 1, right? So let's go to the settings, right? So we will just go to the settings and then we will just add it. So form 1 dot speed up 1 dot back color, when it is default, then we will say that it should be color dot black, right? Then we just copy that, and then we will say when the theme is dark, we will just say that the color should be white. Good. And then we will say that when it is red, we will say that the back color should be red, just like that, right? So save it and rebuild your solution so far as you are working on the settings, right? So let's check that out and let's see how it works. So let's change the color to red. Let's go to the speed up. Now you can see this is how it works. So quickly let's solve the back color of it. So the speed up design, click on this guy. First of all, the group box, change it to red for the first time and then change it to black again, and that will solve the problem. Don't forget to rebuild your solution anytime you work on a user control. That is very important, right? Good. So let's work on that again and let's see how best it works. So far we're gonna add only these two setups. You can do the rest later on. Good. So for the toolbox, I'll just choose red, go to the speed up, and that is working awesome, right? That is working perfectly fine. So I can choose dark, and you can see that it will definitely work perfectly fine for me, and that is working absolutely international, classic. Good. So let's work on the cleanup and then the toolbox. So let's deal with that later on. Quick. So let's add those guys and then let's see how it's gonna be. So we will say that when the theme is default, we will say that form 1, right? Form 1 dot quick. I think it is it okay, let's do some. I think that is the quick scan, right? No. Okay, so let's see. I think let's send this back and then let's see. That is the settings. Let's send this back. So this is the settings, right? So this is the cleanup 1, right? So that is for the cleanup. So let's go to the settings. So we will say that clean up 1 dot back color. If it is default, it should be color dot black. Sorry for that. So we'll just copy this and then we will just paste it here. So we will just say that if it is dark, it should be white, and then we will just say that if it is red, it should be red, right? Good. And that is awesome. Now let's check on the other guy and let's see. I think that is the toolbox, which is the settings, right? I think we have done that already. So I think, did we rebuild this solution? Okay, let's select the red color. Let's see this. I think it is working. This is working fine, right? So I think the red is working. So let's work on the buttons, these two buttons, the colors of them, and I think we will be done for the day. So on our next lesson, we will just speed some things up. Good. So to do that, just go to the form 1, which is these codes, right? So just copy everything as we did earlier on. Now that is for the cleanup. The cleanup, just clear the rest, give it some space, and then just paste it. So just cut this and then replace with a speed up. Now bear in mind that you will be working on the cleanup. So when you come here, you will just search for the cleanup copy that and then paste it here. Paste it here. Then you, for this cleanup, you say that btn speed up, right? Good, because speed up is not here, right? So you just paste this, and then for this you'll say that btn speed up, right? Good. And then the same thing applies here. Paste this, and then for the cleanup you say btn speed up. Good. And that will be working perfectly fine. So just copy everything again, right? Copy everything again. Let's do the last but not the least. So for the toolbox, that one also, just delete this, give it a space, and then just paste it like this. Now cut this, because that will be the one we will be using. So paste it here, and then paste it here, and then paste it here, right? Good. So now we are working on the settings, right? So we will say that just we will just say that btn settings, right? So instead of the cleanup, I think that the back color for this, let's cut this and then add it up here, and then I think the cleanup should be dark blue, right? Good. And then let's say that btn settings, right? I think, is it settings? Is it settings? Let's take a look and see. Toolbox, btn toolbox, right? So let's go here and see btn toolbox. Oh, all right. So I think the toolbox is already there. So undo it. Sorry for that. I think the toolbox is already there. So copy the toolbox, paste this here, paste this here, and make this clean up. So btn clean up, right? Sorry for that. So you paste it here, you paste it here, and then go to the speed up, and then you say btn clean up, right? Good. And that is perfect. So paste it here, paste it here, and then you say that btn clean up. Good. And that is awesome, right? So you will definitely see that now everything is working perfectly fine. When we are on black, it will just be working on the black. I think when it is default, we need to check this, right? When it is default, it should work on the toolbox, right? So let's go to the toolbox, let's go to the default, right? So this is the default. If it is default, the back dot color should be black, and then the btn white. So then I think why is it not working? Because it is already okay. So why is it not working? btn toolbox back color should be black, and then this should be white. btn full screen dark blue. Oh, okay. So we have the toolbox again here. So let's clear the toolbox here. I think we don't need this toolbox again, because already the toolbox is already there. So let's see. I think we don't have speed up. We don't have speed up here. So we will just copy this speed up, btn speed up here, right? Just copy that and then replace that one here. Just copy that, because we don't have speed up here. So the speed up should be replacing that. Good. So you need to be vigilant on the codes, otherwise you won't be getting anything we are doing here. So let's go to the dark. Now you can see that it is working perfectly fine, right? So I think you can see that it is working perfectly fine. Good. So when we go here and then we select red, you see that it is not taking effect on this guy, right? So anytime we need to call that, and then we will say that when we select this something should happen, right? So when we select red, that is it. So it is working perfectly fine. When we select dark, I think it is working perfectly fine. Good. So guys, I believe we can base on this and then we can rest for the day. So on our next lesson, we're gonna see how we can add up our theme for it to pop up here, right? You're gonna see how we can pop up here, but first of all, let's do this changes, right? So let's go to the settings, right? So from the settings tab, we're just gonna say that from the default tab, we're just gonna say that let's go here, and then I think that is the close, right? That is this close, right? So we need to change this close to the settings as well, right? So go to the settings tab, and then we will say that from one.close dot back color equals to color dots. So we need to work along with that. So we will just say that if it is default, we will say that blue, right? Good. So just copy that, and then we will just say that if it is dark, we will just say that it should be black, right? And then we will say that if it is red, then it should be red. So rebuild that, and then let's test that out, and let's see how it really works, right? So let's check that one out. Now you can see that when I click on the dark guy, you can see that I now have the dark guy. I think that should be, oh okay, so I think that is the back color. We shouldn't work on the back color, but we should rather I think it should be white. It shouldn't be dot back color, right? So I think it should be dot panel, right? Panel 1 dots back color. It should be, if it is red, it should be red, right? So let's copy that. Good. And then let's replace it here, right? So if it is dark, I think it should be white, right? I think it should be black, right? Good. And then if it is this, I think it should be blue. So save that, and then rebuild your solution once again, and then let's start it, and then let's see how best it works. So let's change the font, the whole thing to red, and then let's see. So you can see that the theme is taking effect there. So you can work on this label as well, which will work perfectly fine. So when we change this to dark, I think that one also should work perfectly fine. As you can see from here, it is working, which is very beautiful, right? So it is working perfectly fine. Guys, let's see how best we can change this color to that color as well. So let's go to the close guy. This guy, I think, is level 14. So let's give it a name. Let's say LBL title, right? Good. So LBL title. So let's go back to the settings, and then we will say that let's copy this and then paste it one more time. So we will say that LBL's title dot for color, right, should be color dot blue. Copy that, and if it is dark, we will say that it should be color dot black, right? Good. And I think if it is red, we will say that it should be color dot red, right? Good. So don't forget to rebuild your solution, and I think that will work perfectly fine for you. Okay, so as you can see from this side, I think when I choose the red dark theme, then I go here, you can see that it's now red. Now when I choose dark theme, you can see that when I go here, it's now dark. So everything is really working fantastic. When I go here, you can see that it's now blue. So everything is working perfectly fine. Now let me quickly explain the form codes so that you just get to understand everything. Quite interesting. What I said was these codes, right? Good. So that was what I did, and it is quite interesting. Okay, my name still remains Soft Original, and don't forget that this is the smart protector software project we are working on, and at the end of the day everything is going to be fantastic. So on our next lesson we're going to see how we can save the themes images, and then we just upload it onto our system anytime we tackle the themes. My name still remains Ikesoft Original, and until we meet again, don't forget to subscribe so that you won't be missing any episode coming up. Have a nice day, and Ikesoft Original is out.